Hey guys, welcome back to NWCS. And after all the work that we've done to get the Astragal set up, being drilling all the dowel holes, laying out the mortises and cutting the mortises for my Astragal lock, the last thing we need to do is actually glue everything up. And to do so, I'm going to start off by spreading some glue on the edge of my door. I'm spreading it on the door because the Astragal section is actually wider than the door itself. And if I spread the glue all over that, then I'll have a bunch of glue I need to clean off at the end. The goal is to try to keep this as clean as possible. I don't want a whole bunch of glue stains that I have to try to clean out the crevices. So by applying just enough glue and being very meticulous with how I spread it and trying to mitigate squeeze out, because I am going to have the dowels and everything else in here, so I have plenty of glue surface on this joint, but I don't need a whole bunch of excess of squeeze out essentially. So by properly spreading the glue and then prepping everything else and having rags and everything else right next to me as I go through this process, I'm able to mitigate how much glue squeeze out I have to clean up at the very end. Makes the sanding and the prepping process for the next step a lot easier. So the next thing we're going to do though is go ahead and start applying the glue to all of our dowels and dropping them into all the holes. I'm going to apply glue to the dowel and then slide it into the hole, and I'm going to apply glue into each one of the actual holes on the Astragal section. That way when I clamp everything together, there's glue on all the surfaces and I don't have to worry about trying to have glue running everywhere. By applying glue into the dowel then squeezing that into the hole, I don't need to apply more excess glue inside the other hole. Again, the goal is to try to keep glue from getting everywhere, which any glue up should be pretty much the same goals. You want to get everything glued up as quickly as possible, as efficiently as possible, with as little squeeze out as you can. Especially in this case, because I already have most of this door assembled. I did do a rough sand on it already up to 80 grit. So to try to avoid, a whole bunch of extra chiseling or scraping of glue would be most advantageous. But after having everything lightly tapped into place, the next thing I'm going to do is start applying some of this clamping pressure. I'm going to start off right here at the bottom because that's already nice and aligned. Then I'm going to apply the clamps toward the top. After having everything cinched together, I'm going to make sure that everything's nice and flush toward the front side of the door, which the dowels did make sure that, there wasn't too much aligning that needed to be done. Everything came out pretty good. All that I need to do is a light sanding on the front side, but I do want to make sure, again, I come back and clean up all the excess glue that's squeezed out on this back section. Because this section is going to have the Astragal bar sticking slightly past the thickness of the door. So getting the sander into those little crevices will be pretty hard. So a rag, a straw, anything you can use to kind of clean up any of that excess squeeze out will save you a lot of time in the future. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure, I believe is what the saying is. It's one of those things I picked up from another great YouTuber. I believe it was Spencer Lewis on Inside of Carpentry. But I love saying it because it's actually true. By prepping your setup before you go into any type of project, you can prevent a lot of extra headache that you will create for yourself by not properly planning everything out. But now all I have to do is apply the rest of these clamps. I'm going to let you guys pretty much enjoy the video as it plays through. It's not really much else to this process but letting the glue dry. So if you guys have enjoyed this, please make sure you guys let me know down in the comments. If you guys have any questions, let me know down there as well. Leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.